guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the free-to-play account on the test server and we're looking at the Bountiful Trials of Granit. Very cool new hero that is coming up on the, which will already be up when you guys watch this. So the Arena of Trials, we do get, of course, one Elite Stone there, which could be a copy of Granit. Very cool. Let's go ahead and begin the Arena of Trials. So we're going to run through this. We know there is the Guild Trials as well, which do allow you to get some additional diamonds there, which is very cool. So we're actually going to start right over here to our left side. The first trial, and look at him, guys. He looks just absolutely phenomenal. It is very cool to see. So this one, it's Granit and Arthur run together, which don't know the reason for this one, but running with Falks, I guess. And then we have Zekas and we have Lorzen in the middle. So again, a very unique combination. So it looks like he does have some very strong shields here. Remember, Lorzen having that plus our 9 of 9 furniture will provide shields for the entire team. But it seems like overall, guys, he's got a lot of defense, which is awesome. Zekas doing 6.18 million damage in there. So definitely putting up a considerable amount of damage. The trial over to the right. So we're going to take out this Arena Guardian and it's going to be the exact same team comp. And just slowing it down a little bit, guys, look at him up here with the shields. We have shields on top of shields to really build the defensive mechanic that Granit has. Plus he does, as you can see right there, is the, I believe, the petrification marks that we're up on as well. So a lot of players have said the plus 30 signature item is really the area that you want to get him to, because that is the petrification stage, or where he is going to perform very well with that petrification ability, which as soon as we're done with the trials, we can go ahead and look at that. So this one, we're going with Granit again, frontline tank. We're going with Grez in the bottom, Titus, Iran for the 5 pull, and then Pippa in the bottom for this one. Boom, there's the big pull in. And again, he has all of those shields up. I can see him working really well in the Mauler Tower. I cannot wait to test him within that Mauler Tower. I think he's going to do well, especially with an invade team, looking at Entendre, looking at Scrag, looking at Titus, Kren. There's going to be a lot of different combinations within the Mauler Tower itself that I can see him doing really well, being really successful at. In addition, a lot of players, again, with that signature item, have said he works surprisingly well when it comes to that petrification. So look at the petrification marks that are showing up on targets all around the entire battlefield. So it is very cool. Very cool looking design. And the Maulers can definitely use them. I think the last one we really got that was solid was Kren. Before that, it had been a significant amount of time that we had seen a decent Mauler that a lot of players were excited to build. And I'm really hoping he is going to be viable when it comes to late game, end game, because that's where really a lot of the Maulers are not very prevalent, is when you start getting late game, end game. So here we do have Granit and we have Brutus. We're putting Iran in the top, Mortis for some buffs, and then Satrena. So running triple Mauler here. I like the combination, especially with Satrena, because she allows, she takes out the healing mitigation. So even there, Brutus pops his shield very early. Granit takes minimal damage, which I definitely like. We see a lot of times in here with Titus and a couple of other tanking heroes that they just got kind of destroyed at the beginning of the trials, but so far it's working well. It seems like he is working surprisingly well. There's the petrification right on Pippa in the back, just stood there and did absolutely nothing. The Trent of 2.88 million damage there, putting out a considerable amount of damage. In the last trial over here to the right is going to be the same team, so it's going to be Granit and Brutus. Then we have Iran, we have Mortis, and we have Satrena. And there, the mark goes up. The petrification marks go on all of these targets, guys. Got some buffs up there on Brutus. And here comes the stuns. The crowd control wins AFK Arena, guys, which is what a lot of players have been saying. with Granit being the design and the build that he is, with that stun, it's going to work almost flawlessly. It is very cool to see exactly how well he's working within the trials, especially when, again, so many other heroes didn't perform as well as we see him performing here. So that is the last one. So we'll pick up our chest. And there we go. Congratulations, champion. Come and pick up your elite stone, which again could be a copy of Granit. Would be very cool to do the trials of Granit to get a copy of Granit. And there we go. So the big thing we want to look at with him is the signature item, guys. So looking here, if there are surviving allied heroes on the battlefield, they will additionally trigger the ability Sand Vortex upon Granit's death. I do not like that because Granit has to die. But the big thing right here is at the start of battle, Granit marks all enemies with the mark of petrification. So a lot of players have said from the beginning, using him on the test server, getting him to Mythic, unlocking the signature item, getting his signature item to plus 30 is very broken, especially when it comes to building him earlier. So especially if you're building him early to mid game, it is going to be super broke to get that mark of petrification up on all of the enemies, because he is going to provide a massive amount of crowd control with that petrification factor, which is very cool. Looking at Sand Vortex level 3, duration enemies are petrified for is increased to 6 seconds. So now he has a petrification effect that is going to mark them. If an enemy is already marked, the mark is removed and the enemy is petrified. That is right, guys. When he comes into battle, he is going to mark all the enemies. If he ults, all the enemies are going to be petrified for 6 seconds. That is right, guys. A 6-second stun damage increase by petrified enemies is increased by 40%. So again, it's going to be a big damage boost during the petrification. And it's going to be a crowd control aspect for 6 seconds. Plus, it simultaneously interrupts their cast. Very broken, as long as you can get him to survive. And that's really what I think they're trying to do with Stone Skin. Really trying to keep him alive, because that petrification is so tough. Again, we have to see on the global servers exactly how it's going to work when it comes to very high level deficiencies, is where I could see the tanks usually have a tendency to fall off. But it is very cool to see that petrification ability. Some of the other ones, hurling in the air, that's great. Not really too concerned. I need more crowd control. I need more survivability out of the tank, which is why Earth and Resilience combined with the Stone Skin ability seems like it's going to be very strong, as long as you can get him to live, because Granit receives a shield that is able to mitigate damage equal to 15% of his max health. And there we go, 25% of his max health. And when he's using a shield, he receives 50% less damage, coupled with any heroes that are going to give him a damage mitigation, such as Scraggan formations, are going to make him really cool to see. All right, guys, so that will do it for Granit with the Bountiful Trials. Definitely hope you like the new hero. It's a very cool build. Again, we just have to see if it is going to be the viability with the survival when it comes to late and end game. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.